Y'all know what it is, man. We up and running, man. Y'all know how we do it. Each and every Saturday, Swift and Sam on Straight Shoota podcast. You know what I'm saying? This is how we do. And also my man Nut. Round of applause for Nut.
You're going absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Round of applause for Nut. He couldn't make it today, but he a part of the team. But like I said, it's a dynamic trio, Swift, Sammy, and Nut. We're going to hold it down today on another Saturday edition of Straight Shoota podcast. Y'all know how we do it on Saturday. We live in the basement. You dig? Sammy, how you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling very sleepy. Yeah,
very sleepy. Wake your ass up.
Fuck that.
Yeah, wake your ass up, man. You know what I'm saying? What's good though?
Nah, man, we all good, man. It's Saturday, man. It's bright and shiny right now. It's kind of windy. It's about to rain, probably. Hey, never know.
Ain't no NBA on today though, right?
Nah, ain't no NBA games on today. SGA and them play the Nugget list, the Aaron Gordon list Nuggets tomorrow at 3:30.
I'll try to throw that in there. It don't matter who.
It
don't matter who missing who. So what?
Didn't he say them from a bunch of games? How many game winners he gonna have this playoffs?
You see where I'm from? You don't do that.
We stop making excuses. Stop making excuses, bro. All right, so let's get straight to it. First things first. We got P. Diddy. Now we got the first week of trial out of the way. P. Diddy. It's not looking good for Diddy now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how much of the case you've been following, how much you haven't been following, but Sammy, let me get your opinion. How you think so far about the way the case is going with Diddy?
I think they had to offer Cassie, excuse me.
Cassidy, hold on now.
I said Cassidy. I said Cassie, excuse me.
Okay, get it correct.
I think they had to offer her immunity because as much as she's given up and how she was involved with it all, yeah,
that's stupid, guys.
What do you mean immunity?
I think they had to give her immunity in order to testify against this dude.
Well, continue.
It's just like, yo, you're implicating yourself with a lot of these claims that you're making. You're saying that you called in male prostitutes and shit for the free calls and whatnot.
And the guy said Cassie gave her the money. And she made the calls, and she was in control. That's what the prostitute said.
They even went to the point where they were saying, Cassie, you're buying drugs, and he's telling you not to buy drugs right now. I'm cleaning out for a little bit. You're still buying drugs.
Yeah,
and you're doing it for what you want. So at the end of the day, I could say some of the things seem coerced, but at the end of the day, I can also say, yeah, you weren't all 100%.
Nah, the one that got me was when they read the text message when she said, "I love the freak off." that was it. Now that was the slam dunk. That was the slam dunk for me. Now I said, "Hey,
you going?"
You know what I'm saying? I said, "Hey, she said it." So hey, if she says she loved the freak off, how y'all gonna blame it all on Diddy now? Like, come on now, like hey, look, now I ain't condoning what he talking about, all that urinating in her mouth and all that stuff. Like that's just crazy.
You see where I'm from? You don't do that.
I don't agree with none of that. Like that's crazy. So
and
you don't love a woman that you gonna do that type of stuff to. I don't care how freaky you are, what kind of demon you deviance you got. Ain't no way a man gonna be peeing on a woman and saying that's his wife and he loves her and he kissing her in the mouth and all that.
I'm not gonna pee on a woman, period, crazy. And then I'm not gonna get into bed with her.
That's just crazy.
Black queens forever, snow bunnies never.
Y'all better listen to Dr. Umar. But like some of these things that they was talking about, man, it's crazy. But no, this is the one point I wanted to touch on. What's that dude's name? Jonathan Ogden. It was a guy. No, I'm telling you, man. And the people in the comments, y'all get in the comments when y'all watch this. But remember, back in like 2018, that video surfaced of that guy in the interrogation room, and he was like, "Yeah, I was a sex slave for P. Diddy and Cassie," and the police didn't believe him. But now it all makes sense because he was one of the people she named on the stand. That was one of the people they used to call. It was like a guy that got arrested for trying to run over Trump or something like that. He like tried to do something to Trump. He tried to shoot at or attack Trump or something.
I haven't heard this yet.
I'm telling you, man.
I'm not saying.
His name was Jonathan Ogden or something like that. Hold on, I'm about to
Jonathan Ogden was a lineman for the Baltimore Ravens.
I don't care who that was. Olden, or whatever his name is, Older, yes. Johnson Ogden P. Diddy or something, whatever his name is, Diddy. Yeah, hold on, that's how we're gonna get it. What's this guy's name? I can't remember his name now, but yeah, that guy, remember, he got locked up, man. He was trying to tell on Diddy to get out. He was like, man, I was their sex slave.
You gotta give me facts. I mean, it sounds aligned with what everybody's saying about them now. Both him and Cassie. But at the end of the day, doesn't Cassie have to bring some brunt? I can get the Rico now.
How?
Because like your whole crew is setting up stuff.
What crew?
P. Diddy crew was setting up stuff for the inter-trafficking of prostitutes, right? So I get the charges.
Right here. This guy right here. Right, Jonathan Odie, right here. Look at this right here. Look at that. And you read what it says. Right there. And they called his, and she identified him on the stand. So that man was telling the truth, and nobody believed him. You know what I'm saying? It's just like in what was that Will Smith movie when that guy said, "There's some damn aliens out there." Didn't nobody believe him now till they came 4th of July, now Independence Day.
Oh, we went to go. Yeah, I forgot how many movies we went to go see.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, look, yeah, that's the guy that was trying to shoot at Trump at the hotel, but then when he got caught, he said that he was Diddy's sex slave. He said Diddy was paying. Yes, he was one of the male prostitutes that they was flying in and sex slaving with. Yes.
But no, he
Yes,
shot. He
no.
threw shots at Trump. I'm trying to figure out.
No, he was the guy that was shooting at him from the hotel. And then when they remember back when Trump was in office, they were shooting at him from the hotel.
I don't remember this.
Yeah.
I only remember
he was popping shots at him.
Well, if it fired off like that, he needed to
leave real niggas alone.
Words of Suge Knight. You know what I'm saying?
You never know these things. You never know these things.
That was in the news.
Do you think Suge still has that pull from jail?
No.
Okay, thank you. Because it's
like it's no money.
It's just like Big U.
You can't have no pull. You ain't got no money. Big U ain't got no pull. He ain't got no money. So
Big U was his face in the street, right?
Man, I don't know about that because that's West Coast politics. So I really can't speak on that. But what I can speak on is if he's got a federal case, his bank accounts are frozen.
Yeah.
Homies start looking out after a while because you can't do nothing. They know you locked up. You ain't going nowhere.
So seriously, in a federal case, they will freeze all your accounts. So somebody outside a third party.
In a situation like his, if they saying he was laundering and extorting money, absolutely. If they said his nonprofit was a fraud and it was used to clean drug money, of course they're gonna take that. Absolutely, that's what they want to do. They can't take Bad Boy because Bad Boy wasn't started. They couldn't prove it was funded with drugs, but they want it now. You know what I'm saying? But see, and that's the thing too. Like right now with this whole Diddy case, it's only been a week, and the only thing that they really had was Cassie so far because they got to get her out the way because if she drops that baby, they're not gonna have enough time for her to heal and recover to get her in that courtroom. So they had to get her up there right away. That was their biggest bullet.
I think they said she's 8.5 months pregnant.
She's any day now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When they get to that point, it's any day now. But the point that I'm making is they had to do that because and then on top of that, it looks better for her about the pop, and she's up there speaking the way
about
she's speaking and talking about abuse and all that. Now this is years later, and she got a family of 3. Now, Lord knows, we got to give a round of applause to her husband, because for him standing tall and being supportive, sitting beside her in that courtroom, I know that's got to be some miserable stuff.
Hurtful.
Woo. Now, I ain't gonna say her. Everybody got a pass, but I'm sorry, man.
I don't want to hear about that much past about anyone. Like if I get into a relationship like that, yeah, I don't want to hear about it.
He is a strong man.
No, they said one day.
Put it in the comments. How many of y'all would stay after if you done, oh man, good God, just imagine if you got married and then you had to hear the dirty, rotten truth. You go to a family reunion, your wife from a different state or another city, and then you go to the family reunion in her city, and Uncle Earl come out and say you was a whore and this and that. Or not, and we're not calling Cassie that because we're not calling her that. But I'm just saying in general, if you found out something like that after the fact, would you be strong enough to stay? That's a real
I would be
deal
strong
spill.
enough to stay for $20 million, and if she came out to me straight, what was gonna come out of all this? I think she probably.
Well, see, that makes me think that okay, and if you're thinking like that, that lets me know this whole thing was a setup. Because if he's only staying for that, like she said, she admitted that everybody saying this or that, she only got 20 million. So if she got 20 million, half of that then went to attorney fees.
No, it didn't. It was a settlement out of court.
No, Sammy, there you go again. They just broke it down on law and crime and everything else. She had to get on the stand. When she was on the stand, they asked her how much she got. She told them
20.
Okay, so if she got 20, her attorney fees and all this and all that, trust me.
This was a layup if they had the video already. This was a layup because, the video came out and then he settled the next day, right?
Through attorneys. So trust and believe them attorneys who litigated that got paid.
You can pay my attorney fees.
No, trust me. Trust me.
Boom. Pay my attorney fees.
Okay, and that's gonna come out of your fees. She didn't, I'm telling you, she ain't negotiate that. Trust me.
I know she didn't negotiate.
So then they came out of her pocket.
Well, the original fee, original term was $30 million. I
think
she got the 20 million.
Again, like I said, you going by what the rumor said. I'm telling you what she reportedly said on the stand, what she got.
I don't find her very trustful.
What, Sammy? If she's lying on the stand, she's going to prison.
She's already done it. They've already proved her to be
what
lying.
I'm saying is it's documented.
When they cross-examine her, they already proved her to lie like 4 or 5 times.
She ain't lying about that money because it's a bank account that's going to show what got dropped in there. So why would she lie about that?
Of course, I got you on that one. But
I got 20 mil. After the fees and all that stuff, she probably walked away with maybe 10 mil, 11 million. If not 6, maybe. Could probably, whatever she's in debt or probably paid off all her creditors and not probably getting out of album deals, got to pay back money, this and that. Trust me, I
don't think she would need to pay Bad Boy anything.
Why not? If she signed a 10 album deal, then that means she owes some money because that album didn't sell nothing, so she owes some money.
No, the first album did sell.
Look it up. What did it do? I think she had one good single.
Me and You. Yeah. No, they actually said she had 2 singles off that.
That's it.
Yeah, that would be about it. I haven't heard anything.
Ain't nobody playing none of that in the old school bar, club, none of that. Ain't nobody remixing that. It's a dub. They were dope songs for the moment.
Oh, and what was her boyfriend name before that? I forgot.
Oh, Ryan Leslie.
Ryan Leslie wrote all that stuff for her. Yeah, that was bad.
No, it wasn't bad. I mean,
it was bad.
She could sing. She just got caught up with the wrong dude.
I don't. Do you think she could really sing?
Yeah, she had a good voice. And if she had somebody writing the right stuff for her, she could have did she was making better music with Ryan.
Yeah, she was. That was.
He was a better dude. When she got with Diddy, she went with Diddy for the paper. Sorry to say it, but that's what it was. Diddy came in and thugged her out.
They said by January 2010, and it came out in 2006. It sold $650,000. So she went gold.
Okay, so that's what I mean. It didn't do nothing. You in the hole. We wasted money. I mean, now like a gold record for somebody with a low budget, that's good. But a singer, most of the time they're gonna spend multiple dollars on promotion to promote her to be pretty and this and that and this and that and this and that.
Well, that's all he wanted to do was be pretty.
Well, no, he wanted to make some money. That's what he wanted to do.
No, I don't.
If he's the boss of a record label and he's putting out an album, he's trying to make some money.
Then why is he not pushing her like he pushed everybody else?
Because it didn't work, and he went to the next thing.
The band, Danny Kane.
He made more money off the TV show than he did off of their album.
No, Day 26. No, I think Danny DeCane went platinum twice, bro.
Sammy, he made more money off the television show than he made off of their albums.
What would you say was the number that he made off the television show versus the albums?
Multi-millions. Probably made about 68, 100 million off of that making a band series.
So you say he was Rob Dyrdek in MTV?
No, he made Sammy. You don't understand.
No,
you know how?
I'm saying
Listen, Sammy.
I thought it was a good comparison.
No, it's not. Do you know how much free promotion and how much everything he got just from doing that, to where he didn't really have to pay for no promo because he got a TV show to where he could promote everything he got going on within his TV show?
You remember P. Diddy Runs the City? He did that on
but that's fine. But what I'm saying is, it was just too much free promotion for him to promote his brand, promote him. The band was the least of his problems. He didn't care about that. That was just he didn't care about them.
I don't think
you know what I'm saying?
I don't think he cares about anybody other than his children.
He didn't care about them.
To be honest.
He didn't care about none of them. Had them niggas walking to the whatever.
Now
for food and all kind of stuff.
Can I go alleged? Can I go alleged right now?
Be careful.
Kim Porter. That's all I'm saying. Kim Porter.
What about her? She died of whatever they said she died of, pneumonia or something. Like, so then ain't nothing to talk about.
Water on the lungs.
I'm not going there because I don't know nothing about that, so it ain't nothing for me.
I said alleged, and I'm gonna leave it alone.
But why would you say alleged? Like
I said allegedly because they have been saying this way before this.
You don't put bones on people when you don't know nothing.
No, I'm not putting bones on people. I said allegedly. They have been saying this for years.
Who is they?
A lot of people have been saying it for years.
See, that's what I'm saying. If you can't, now you're being a chatty patty.
I guess that was chatty patty, but it was in the zone. It was in the zone, and I'm making.
When you start saying they and them and this and that, no, put a name on it, or you chatty patty. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, Dave.
And see, where I'm from, you don't do that.
That's it.
Thank you, Dave.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's what I'm saying. Like, if I say something, I can repeat it, or I know I done seen it in black and white, or it's a reliable source, and I ain't afraid of saying who told me, because they gonna back me up.
Nah, my whole thing is like
that's New York business. Stay out of that. That's what I'm saying. When you say they saying and allegedly and this and that, let they backyard stay in they backyard. That's they business. That's all I'm saying. All right, sure enough, we back with it. Y'all know how we do it, man. We had to take a quick commercial break, but now we're gonna take it on to the next page, man. We done kicked Diddy back in. I think he's in a bad spot. You got anything you want to say to wrap up on Diddy, Sammy?
He's gonna do sometime. He's not gonna get off of it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
With what they said about interstate, what is it?
Trafficking.
Trafficking and whatnot. Yeah, he's obviously not that.
I don't see no racketeering and all that stuff.
Well, what they're saying is that his organization set it up for between Cassie, some other lady, I can't remember her name, and bodyguards and whatnot. Yeah, they all knew what was going on.
Well, yeah. Hey man, you let Gene Deal tell it, man. It's been going on forever.
I think Roger Bond would be a better source of reference. Gene Deal, his storylines don't add up.
I don't know about that. Gene Deal pretty accurate to me.
So Gene Deal had this one, and I'm not gonna say who did it, but it was somebody that has a platform, and everybody knows who he is. He pointed out that Gene Deal told him that he would see Diddy's sons engaging in this activities.
How?
But at the same time, Gene Deal was a full-time probation officer.
Stop it. Y'all quit playing.
And he was only around Diddy in New York. Only around Diddy in New York.
I ain't heard that one.
Nah, Gene Deal was a full-time probation
I know
officer.
that. I know that, but I ain't heard his sons was around.
Gene Deal.
I ain't
yeah.
heard that.
No, Gene Deal put that out. I'm serious. I mean, he's kind of like,
I don't know about
I don't
that
want to say Jaguar Wright, but like he's kind of like Jaguar Wrightish. Or what's your other
Gene
boy? What's your
Gene
other boy?
ain't
that-
gonna say he was around and Puffy kids was doing stuff like that.
That's
and
he
let them
did say
do
that.
it.
He is exactly said
No.
those things.
You gonna have to pull that up.
He exactly said those things.
Nah, I
We will
don't-
pause for station identification if you need
No,
this.
we can't do that, but I'm just telling you now. That's Sammy's thoughts, not the thoughts
No.
of Straight Shooter Podcast. Gene Deal did not say
Yes,
seen
he did. Oh,
Diddy's
okay.
children partaking in that type of stuff.
No, he did say that.
Well,
and
just
then
telling you, man.
this person pointed out that they interviewed him afterwards. He says, I don't believe a lot of things he says because Puffy's kids would have been like 8 when you worked around them. 8, the oldest would have been like 8. Maybe Quincy would have been like 11 or something like that. He was like, no, they weren't doing that. He's like, nah, they couldn't have been.
That's what I'm saying. So they weren't. I'm telling you,
so,
nowhere. You
can't.
So
believe-
what I'm saying is this: is no way you gonna show me some footage. Gene Deal said he saw Diddy kids doing that type stuff, and he didn't step in and stop it. That's what I'm telling you. Period.
I'm trying to find it.
Period.
I'm gonna find it. You're gonna hear it.
No, period. I'm just telling you, it ain't none of that. So now we're gonna get straight to the bottom of this. Now, the Eastern Conference Finals and the Western Conference Finals. We got that. We got an old school matchup from back in the day. We got the Indiana Pacers against the New York Knicks. You know what I'm saying? We got that old school Pat Ewing, Reggie Miller rivalry going. Starks and
You see when
Mark
Reggie
Curry.
started crying?
Not Mark Curry, but Mark Jackson.
You see when Reggie started crying when he's all up in smoke when Steven Jackson apologized to him. He was like, "Yo, that was our year."
Talking about when they had the brawl and stuff.
Yeah.
They
Now
had
it's in the
Reggie
palace.
They had Reggie coming off the bench.
Yeah. No, he wasn't. Was he coming off the bench?
Yeah, he was old then. He was old, man.
But he could still shoot.
But that's all it was there for. He knew what it was. He was a role player then. He was just hooping. You know what I'm saying?
So who would have been their starting lineup at that point? Travis Best,
Ron Artest, Steven Jackson,
Let's see.
Travis Best,
Yes.
Jermaine
O'Neal,
O'Neal, somebody.
probably Harrington. No, was it Al?
Won't Reggie. Won't Reggie. Reggie was in year 20 then. Now, he was coming off the bench.
No, but Reggie was still playing, bro.
He was coming off the bench. He was the 6th man.
It's all good though.
Yeah, it is. But, that's what I'm saying. So now we got that on the East, and on the West, we got the Timberwolves, and we got the, Nuggets, right?
Oklahoma
OKC,
State,
yeah. OKC and the Timberwolves. So basically what it is it's a changing of the guard. It's all new and young, hungry players. All them players that was born in the mid and late 80s, they getting washed out. The Carmelo gone, Wade gone. James holding on.
Barely.
Lillard near the end. He tore his shit up. He near the end. Durant near the end. Westbrook near the end. Chris Paul is in the grave already. He just won't go in there. Who else?
You're saying way too much right now.
No,
Come
I'm
on,
just
stop it,
being
stop it,
real.
stop it.
I'm just saying, people from that era, it's over.
Durant got plenty of legs left. Westbrook
No,
still
he
got
doesn't.
plenty of legs
They're,
left.
they're like 37, 38.
Yes,
It's
I
not that
understand
much
that.
longer they're going to be. If Westbrook win it, well, that's why I wanted him to win, because he'd have retired, but he got knocked off with the rest of them. You know what I'm saying?
No, the series is tied for them. They play.
So that's tonight.
No, they
Game
play
7.
tomorrow. No.
So game
no.
7 is tomorrow.
Yeah, 3:30.
Okay, well then that's what we're waiting on. So
Yeah.
excuse me. So we got the Wolves sitting back getting rest, waiting to see who they about to play over there. Whether they're gonna play the Nuggets or the
Thunder.
Thunder.
That's correct.
So there it is. But either way, that's the last old Lion team kind of out there. But really, Joker ain't old. I don't even think he's 30.
He's not 30 yet. I don't
Yeah,
believe
so now Westbrook old, but what I'm saying is it's a changing of the guard in the NBA.
How much do you think the Aaron Gordon thing is gonna matter? Because
None.
Aaron Gordon has saved them in a couple games.
If
with
he
game-winning
ain't hitting
shots.
no threes, ain't nothing happening.
No, Aaron Gordon does play both.
No,
blocks.
I know, but when he's hitting threes, he stretched the defense out. Cause then you got to get out on him. But if he missing them threes, and you could just guard the house, you good because you got both him and Joker down there. That's rough. But like I said, they're better when he's hitting threes.
Do you think Boston would have came back if
No.
Jason Tatum would have had not
No,
gone
because they blew 2 games and they was
In the
up 20 with him. He probably tore his ACL trying to help too much, trying to do too much. Like, well,
I
damn.
ain't gonna say that.
No, I'm keeping it real. Like, bro, like, come on now, y'all. And both of them games, y'all was up 20 and blew it. So I can't feel sorry.
But New York has also done the same thing. But New York did the same thing.
New
in the
York
series.
is moving on.
Yes, of course.
They're lost. So don't talk to me about what they did. They took care of business.
Yeah,
They're going home. So screw that. They went to their house, beat them twice after they was up 20. That's on them.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing about it. That's
There's
on
no
them.
way you should let the foot off somebody's neck when you have it there.
That's
and
on,
if you knew what your purpose was, don't let it off you.
That's on them. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel no pity for them. That's on them.
I've heard a lot of things about they're gonna split this team all up, and
They need to.
what do you think should go, and what do you think should stay?
What
there
do you
on
mean?
Boston?
Where?
On Boston.
They shouldn't have gave both of them dudes no $300 million. They ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, and they gave Kristaps like 200.
They ain't going nowhere.
They gave Kristaps
But the thing is this. Really, they got to understand the next 2 years, they're not going to have the Jason Tatum that they used to having.
Yeah.
Because for one, you don't want to rush him back. So if he got hurt just now and it's May, he's not going to be ready till New Year's.
I would probably say February.
February, yeah. But what I'm saying
After
is
All-Star
after
break.
All-Star, but that's, to be honest, he would be better off sitting the whole season out.
I wouldn't do that. That's kind of seems. See, I'm calling names. I'm not gonna do that. Kawhi Leonard edition.
But
That
no,
kinda seems
no.
Kawhi
But
Leonard.
what I'm saying is this: if they make if by halfway through, either way, you gonna get a ring. But what I'm saying is this:
They already have a ring.
no, I'm saying if the team was to win and you didn't play, you would still get a ring because you're on the team. But what I'm saying is this: at the end of the day, because see, it's gonna all really be team based. If y'all in position to play for the playoffs, you're gonna try to be back. If you're not, then everybody gonna be saying, well, hell, they ain't in no position to play for no chip. Why? Hey, man, just take the year off.
You're
Need rest.
making it sound like they're Tank City in next
No, not they. Him. Look, bro, you done got the deal. You done got the money. At the end of the day, with you getting hurt in May, we already know an ACL, Achilles, that's an 8 to 10 month recovery.
year.
That's just recovery. But then let's just be real. It take most athletes a year to 2 years to get their nerves back right after that.
Yeah, Gordon Hayward would be.
Durant would be a great example.
Ooh, well, that is true. Steph.
Steph never tore his ACL.
No, never tore his ACL, but like bad ankle springs.
But he never tore his ACL. But he never tore his ACL.
I'm talking about with the fact that I'm not confident right yet on my
But
foot.
that's a torn ACL. That's different. A twisted ankle or ankle sprain, those are two different things. Yeah, it hurts, but that goes away. ACL, torn Achilles, that requires surgery. That requires rehab. That requires treatment.
Clay.
Okay.
Clay.
And it took him, and look at what happened to him. They sent him on a boat to somewhere else. They sailed him away. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. When you start getting that kind of mileage and them kind of injuries, you lose your stock.
Especially if you're a player that never stops motion on offense or defense.
If you're an off the ball player.
Yeah, and I gotta have motion. I need to find an opening.
That's
somewhere.
It. Other than that, you're a 3-and-D or just a defensive guy. That's it.
I can't turn into Bruce Bowen. I don't know.
No, he can't.
What do you think
his
Mavericks?
defense ain't? He's not a lockdown defender.
No,
his defense is fine. He's good.
Always called Clay at least a lockdown defender when he was healthy.
I don't see it. He was just a better defender than Steph because he got more size than Steph.
Yeah.
That's what I think. You know what I'm saying? But as far as how many times was he all defense? Now, he might have made it. I'm not saying that he didn't, but what I'm saying is if you're a lockdown defender, you're going to be all NBA first team defense more than none.
Do you think he was never an All NBA player? There's three teams.
No,
No.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I'm saying I think he was a good defender, but he damn sure won't no Bruce Bowen now. He won't that.
That when you said 3 and D, that's the first thing I thought about was Bruce Bowen.
No, Bruce Bowen was they tried to call him the Kobe stopper now for a while, but that was a lie.
That was Ruben Patterson, the Kobe stopper.
Nah, fuck that.
Who
that
they
was,
said?
nah,
Have you ever heard that story about Ruben Patterson in the locker room with I forgot who it was.
Who is that?
Ruben Patterson. You know who Ruben Patterson is?
Never heard of him.
From the Jailblazers.
Never heard of him.
You remember when they were the Jailblazers, not the Trailblazers?
Yeah, he didn't stop nobody. You know what I'm saying?
He was the original Kobe stopper.
Man, please.
I didn't say nobody stopped Kobe, but like Kobe stopped Kobe when he was young. But like after that, he kind of did what he wanted to do, and it's like, yeah, we're just gonna sit back and watch him.
That's blasphemy.
No, it's not blasphemy.
Yeah,
it's kind of like I'm not gonna compare him to Jordan or anything like that. I'm not gonna compare him to LeBron. I think LeBron is a better player overall than Kobe. Seriously.
You sound like Windhorse now.
Brian Windhorse has some speed in the game. I showed you it.
He don't know nothing. He's a liar.
Are you sure?
Only thing he knows LeBron.
They showed that picture on SportsCenter. You don't think they vetted that picture?
First of all, that wasn't SportsCenter.
No, it was SportsCenter.
Sammy.
I saw that picture first on SportsCenter B.
You saw it on the Pat McAfee show.
No.
That's where they pulled it up at. They was like, yeah, you know Winnie, right? Y'all played ball together, right? And they pulled the picture up and they were laughing because they photoshopped it. And he said, yeah, he was our enforcer. He was making a joke about the picture that they posted. I sent you a text message of the real picture that they photoshopped and put Windhorse's face on.
No,
Windhorse is 6 years older than LeBron. How the hell Windhorse has been fat and out of shape his whole life. He ain't play on no team nowhere. And it said he been covering LeBron since LeBron was in junior high school.
He said 25 years old.
So no,
25 years that he's been covering LeBron.
Okay, so what I'm saying is he was covering LeBron when LeBron was in junior high school. That means he already graduated and got a job.
6 years. Yeah, that could make sense. I'm sorry. It was just like when they're putting out like fake facts up there. I mean, damn.
Just because you went for it, shame on you. Just because you went for it, that's on you. That's your problem, not mine. So, you got any closing thoughts on who you think gonna win the Eastern Conference or the West?
For some reason, I think New York Knicks fans are getting way too hyped. For some reason, I believe Halliburton and them are going to pull it off. Light skin gang. Yeah. Beige brothers, in fact. And in the West, I don't know. I have to see, man. Ant-Man does what he wants, but SGA does what he wants on a daily basis.
SGA ain't won nothing yet.
What has Ant-Man won?
He ain't won nothing yet.
And I can't
SGA got to worry about the Joker. So
I can't really count. That's what I was getting ready to say. I can't really count out the Joker because the Joker might step everything up. Maybe Michael Porter Jr. will show up to play. I think he scored.
So who you got in that game, and then who you got making it to the final?
I'm gonna pick. Give me 1 second.
Man, it ain't that hard. You gonna pick the Nuggets or you gonna pick OKC? Simple.
OKC is gonna win that. I'm gonna go with that. The Joker's gonna put on a foolish performance, maybe like a 30 and 20 again, and 30, 20, and 10 again. But like He has to. And for so many people to say that this man is unathletic and whatnot, how does he do this shit on the court? Answer me that question, please.
Who?
Joker.
Well, you betting against him.
I am betting against him because he doesn't have Aaron Gordon. I believe he needs Aaron Gordon. Michael Porter Jr. is not playing good. Jamal Murray is not playing to the best of his abilities. Yeah. Russell Westbrook, he comes off the bench. You got Christian Brown playing decently, but I think they brought him off the bench too last game.
So,
and they're only playing like 8 people total.
Okay, so you got OKC. Who you got between OKC and the Wolves? Who are your NBA Finals picks?
All right, Finals pick. I'm going to go OKC, and it's not going to be the Knicks. Sorry. Not going to be the Knicks. But OKC and Indiana. It's going to be a boring series. But
Wolves, Pacers.
I mean, they're going to want to put it like everybody's going to allegedly try to make a placate of it of how the NBA wants it to be this way and how the NBA wants it to be this way, because this way is going to make us much more money.
So what way is going to make the most money?
The most money would be, I would say, the Knicks versus anybody. You're going back to Madison Square Garden every other game.
That's what they want.
Yeah, I mean that's what the NBA if they had it their way.
That would be their dream.
Yes,
it would have been Knicks Lakers if they could have their dream.
Well,
their dream for the paper. Yeah,
Knicks Lakers or Celtics Lakers would have been their primary dream for the NBA.
Yeah. Well, that's gone.
Yeah,
no, that's gone.
That dream is shipped out.
They got smashed. I wouldn't be surprised if the Knicks went, but I just think because Halliburton done played everybody that's winning in the East, they done played them better.
You know what about why you said that? I had a thought. You know, how many years in a row had Rudy Gobert been the most overrated player voted by the players in the league, and now Halliburton is?
But overrated.
Overrated player voted by the players. It was Rudy Gobert for several years in a row. And now it's Halliburton.
Where Rudy at?
Rudy is getting ready to play tomorrow.
With the Wolves, right?
Well, no, they already advanced. No, he's with the Wolves.
Yeah, he's with the Wolves, yeah. But he's good. He had to get out of Utah. You know what I'm saying? He went out there. You know? He couldn't play with, what's his name? See, Rudy thought he was supposed to have the ball. He thought Donovan was supposed to feed him. He didn't. They didn't play the same. Now look at him. Like even with Mitchell, I like Mitchell, but you just can't be one guy ball hawking and ball hogging all game like that. I think you're gonna win.
I honestly think they had a lot of injuries because I gamble and Donovan Mitchell doesn't really have.
How much you win?
How much total have I won over the years?
Sound like you good now. Sound like you lost some money.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good for right now. I ain't betting because like it used to be a lot more diverse where you get bet on several players. Now you're just betting on players off of 2 teams. Stop, Gil. Stop, Gil.
Huh?
Stop, Gil.
You can't tell me what to do.
Stop, Gil.
Like, what the hell you talking about?
Stop, Gil.
So go ahead and wrap it up. Who you got for your picks?
I just told you.
So you say you got East West. Let's get it on record.
Indiana. OKC.
All right. So I guess you going with OKC to win, y'all.
Yeah. I think this is their year.
I think it's
no Westbrook, no Durant. We got fresh players in here. All our players is young. We know how to play together. Nobody can stop SGA.
Yeah, I think it's Ant-Man.
All right.
Ant-Man's to lose.
Ant-Man's and you said Ant-Man and who else?
Ant-Man and the Pacers.
All right. Ant-Man and the Pacers. You got Ant-Man winning.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right. Fair enough.
All right, y'all. This is that Saturday edition Straight Shooter podcast. Y'all know how we do it, man. We'll get with y'all later. All right. Peace.